Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Today we have G-Dog73 from the 1SOB clan. He is in his AMX 12T. He's on Stadinsky in a standard battle and a Tier 7, Tier 6 game. G-Dog sent this in and he's requesting help. Requesting help from the followers of the channel, the light tank players of the channel. Especially you auto-loading French light tank players. He basically sent a little note in here and said, hey, he hasn't played a lot of lights. He feels like he's being a little bit overly passive, which is fully understandable, especially if you're not used to lights, and would like some help technically. You know, what does he need to, what can he do to improve on? What are the tricks of the trade and so on and so forth? And, you know, he doesn't mind if you're, be critical, be helpful. All right. So let's, and all the viewers of this channel are very helpful. There's a lot more guys on this channel that know more about light tanks than I do, so I'm not going to give you a huge amount of critiquing, I guess. The things that pop out at me and stand up as big red flags, I'll be happy to tell you. But more or less, you're gonna be getting them from the likes of Bitwise and Middle Aged Noob and Mark Bug and Mad Dog and Nanamandus and those guys. I mean, that's where the knowledge is going to come from. So, G-Dog spawned over on the east side, and he looks to be heading south. So obviously, when you're in a light, especially a bottom tier light, the first thing you want to do is assess the game. What are you competing against, right? You got a 5916. I love his name, Raging Drunk. And you on your side against a Crusader and a Type 64. So 5916, fairly fast, mobile light with Chinese light. You, on the other hand, are not really that speedy, especially since I don't think you're fully equipped in fully loaded tank. You're running the smaller gun here, which leads me to believe that you probably don't have all the modules on the tank yet. But what am I saying is, when I go into a light game, some of the things I look for: what is on the other side? What am I competing against and most likely going to run into? Because I need to get out there and I need to spot. This is a great spotting map. All right, it's great to get early lights on. What's coming over here, what's coming through the town, what's traveling through the middle here. I mean, I had one game where I was in an E25 and I was sitting in one of these middle bushes, and I just had a great game. Now, that was early in Stadinsky's life as a map, and so I wouldn't suggest doing that right now. But the meta that you generally see is, of course, you get lights that rage down the ditch, right? And that seems to be where the meta of the game is going. You got the game over here on the A line where you can light the middle here, and then you'll see the lights sometimes down here on the K line trying to light up what's coming through the town. Obviously, we've seen replays from Middle Aged Noob where he sits in these bushes right at K3 and helps his team defeat this. All right, so there's a lot of areas to go and understanding what's going on. Second, equipment. What are you running on this thing? If you can leave that in the comments, we'll be happy to give you thoughts and process on that. I see that you are running binos. In a passive environment, I think binos work very well. In a aggressive, when you start taking your lights and you want to be a little bit more aggressive, less passive spotting, then I move to optics, or maybe something that helps with the vision where I don't have to stop and wait for X amount of seconds for them to kick off. Right? If I'm going to use my binos, I'm going to use it in something that's going to be a bush whacker, not something that might not give me the support. I don't know if I think optics would give you the view range that you're needing, and you wouldn't have to stop for it. Something to think about, the equipment that you're loading out. Again, our illustrious group of light aficionados will be happy to give you the feedback on that. So let's get on with the game here. All right, so 4-shot 75mm gun. You are running the smaller one, so that gives you what, 108 penetration. Pulling up into the bushes here. These are known bushes, so you got to be careful with them. You know, you might see some blind shots. The gun is a little wonky. All right. So a good stationary target like the 25 might have been a better shot. 64 is chasing down the 59-16. My personal opinion is I wouldn't have gone here. I would have gone down and maybe worked the JK line. Try to get in there and light these buildings up here. All right, you already got your Cromwell over here, and he's going to do fine over there. But light these buildings up, see if you can give these guys some shots. Maybe even Leo some shots. I mean, if he's going to camp, right? And you got a TD back here already. So the sooner you can get these lit up, the more damage you can cause. 59-16's on the run. He made a YOLO raging drunk pass, and now he's probably going to pay for it. And there's the Crusader. IS-2M is moving in on him and the Crusader, and there goes the 59-16. So raging drunk down. So now the job of spotting these tanks is on you. Yep, you're spotted. Yep. At least you got 6 cents on the crew. That's nice. You gotta have that. That's like a definite have to have on a light tank. Okay, so you can see. All right, so here again. Your team is taking control of the HJK line, right? You have the South fairly well under control. They need your vision over there. These guys over here on the north side, they don't need your vision. Everybody knows where they're at, all right? What you need, where the light becomes very helpful is in cleaning up this area here. I'm not saying win this flank and charge in on the base. That's not what I'm saying at all. But they can use your eyes, and then they can use your vision down in here, or maybe even in the bush here to help light these guys up. Hanging back here, you're not helping anybody. There you go. I think you figured that out now. Okay. There's a point, passivity works at a start, but then there's a point where you've got to go into it. And honestly, the AMX 12T is not really, in my opinion, the tank to be a bushwhacking sniper light. I don't think the gun is accurate enough. But again, our aficionados will give us more information on that. All right, there goes the Leo. I mean, he sees what's going on. Sorry for slipping coffee in your ear. Been a rough couple days here. I've got a abscessed tooth, and it's just driving me nuts, and got me on antibiotics and painkillers, waiting for the infection to go down so they can get in there and do what they got to do on it. All right, so G-Dog's moving. He's moving right out in the open, which is dangerous. But again, both their lights are down, so I mean, you could still be spotted by a good medium, though. So you got to be careful about that. And push up. There you go. Get in there. Get some of those dark tanks lit. Really good bushes down here that you might be able to use. Like this one. Okay. Might be worth a try. Your 6th sense goes off. There you go. Now you're getting some. There you go. Now you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're lighting up the enemy. The timing is everything here. There you go. There you go. Getting these guys lit. Now they're not sure what's going on with them. Don't shoot. Whatever you do, do not shoot. All right, now change your focus over towards the heavies. There you go. I would have stayed in that bush, to be honest with you. Because over here, you got too many angles. All right, there's too many walls and stuff over here. I'd have stayed in that bush and maybe kept lighting them up as much as possible. If that doesn't work, I'd have fallen back and maybe gone over here and see if I could get on this ridge and get them lit. But I think coming up here, there's too many closed angles on there. But push is started. All right. You make your bread and butter and spotting. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Because a good TD on the other side of those bushes is going to see you. All right. The mentality that I've learned in a light is sometimes I got to play. Sometimes you're just passive because it's the smart thing to do. All right, so it looks like you're heading back. Looks like you've figured it out. You're headed back. I think if you just stayed in the bush. All right. There you go. Now you're back in this bush. And him lit. It's a big bad tank to be sitting there. You got nothing that's gonna penetrate that. Oh, and you go into the gold. Okay. I mean, you don't want to get nuked sitting here. Okay. The T-34-1 is actually doing what you really should be doing, in my opinion. I think positioning is everything on this tank. In this map, this is a great map for a light. Positioning is 90% of the battle. Oh, don't do it. Don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, see that? You're spotted. Now you gotta get out of here. You gotta run. You gotta hide. Yeah, don't roll out there in the middle. All right, you got some spotting damage on the IS. That's good. Cut up under this bridge. There's some more damage on the IS. There you go. There you go. Yes, the Hellcat and the IS-2M. They need your assistance over here. Let's go to T-25s over there. Got an ISU. Okay, 122S. He's... Okay. My concern here is you're still within the view range of that O&I. All right, it sits high up. It's got pretty good view range, and you're here. You are cruising over here on the left side of the bushes, or the right side of the bushes on its side. Now I know you're trying not to be seen by the Skoda T25, and I fully understand that. But I think your best bet is to hide in the bushes. I know, and I must just be in the spot where he can't see you. I mean, now, okay, so now the IS has cleared out their side.
Penetration.
There you go.
Armor is damaged.
I get it. You see over here. Let's go to T25 is down. You really got to get in those bushes, buddy, because these guys over here, they're going to spot you here pretty soon. All right. I mean, why? I'm surprised they are not seeing you now, especially after you fired. There's some spine damage on the IS. Hellcat's moving in. There's some more IS spotting damage. It's working for you. I'm surprised. I would have been vaporized. I know I would have. Down in the lowlands now. That's good. You have an idea of where the last 3 PDs are at? Here's one. Oh. Yeah, take the shot. It must be AFK. Spotted now. And 44's on the run. I mean, it's clean up on aisle 5. So at this point, it doesn't matter. You could probably hard charge that SU and just, get in there and get the shots. Get in there and get your shots. Get your shots. Artie's on him. You're getting some spotting damage. Go ahead. There you go. The T28 HTC is nowhere to be found. Oh, he's right below you. And Leo got the spotting damage on that.
Target acquired. That one didn't go through.
Don't auto aim him. There you go. Get in there. Tracking shot would be very useful. There's a critical hit. There's another shot.
Damaged.
And there you go. That is the victory. All right. Well, you got a second class out of that spotter, which obviously this spotting an enemy, enabling your allies to cause at least 1,000 HP of damage. That's nice. Bruiser, fire for effect, 29,646 in crits, 4,592 in experience. You did 720 in damage, got 1 kill for base XP of 765. So as far as base XP puts you, you're down in 3rd place. Job. 11 shots are fired. Of those, 8 hit, and of those, 7 penetrated. So you can see the wonkiness of the gun. You did 720, but you did get some good spotting or assistance. 1,681. I think you could have gotten a lot more, but that just comes with time and feeling more comfortable in playing light tanks. Light tanks is it's like an acquired taste. Anyway, you made some credits, made some experience. So, like I said, playing light tanks is an acquired taste. It's like you don't just, at 18, you don't just learn to drink scotch, right? You learn that over time. Well, maybe you do from being over in Europe, but it's an acquired taste. And light tanks are the same thing. You got to play a lot of games to get good at them and to understand the nuances of the game and when to be aggressive, when to be passive, when to, where to go on the maps. I mean, you have to be a good study of the maps and their different layouts and where are the good bushes, where are the bad bushes, and watching good players, watching really good players play light tanks, will help a lot. And you got to remember it. But you're well on your way. I think you'll get some good feedback from the crew here. And again, please let us know what your equipment is. What your skill crews and stuff at, and maybe changing up some of the skill crews will help out. I don't know. It's hard to tell when I don't know what you got. But all in all, a pretty good start. Again, a little passive for my taste, but at the same point, I think that it was just initial positioning that caused you not to get the spotting damage I think you could have achieved out of this thing. So anyway, that is GDog73 from the 1SOB clan and his AMX 12T on Studinsky in a standard battle. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. This is Bonsai Duck out.